my one advice to a stranger is do not give up. You're closer than you think. Don't give up. You're closer than you think. I got that word for myself, and I say it every day to myself in the mirror, because life gives you things that you don't expect. You come to a world where you think that, oh, okay, a celebration about a child born, but then everything just goes down, and you're asking yourself that, why was I in this family? Why was I in this world? Why didn't I come at a particular country, a family, and all of that? But then you're closer than you think. Okay, I'll start my story from growing up. A lot of people say, Annie, you don't look like what you've gone through, and I'm really grateful to God about that, because when you pick yourself up and brush yourself, and you would never look like what you've gone through. I come from a separated home. My parents got separated when I was 7. My younger sister was 1 year old, and then I had an elder sister. We're just 3 girls from my mom. I grew up in a house where there was love, first of all, and then there was this struggle about fights and all of that. And then one particular day, my mom woke up and then packed her things and left. I remember I ran through from where we were living to the 3 streets away to call my uncles to come and beg. But when I came, she had left. And then there was a struggle. My dad became a stay-home parent. He lost his job. Things became from the cotton where we were staying, we moved down to a 1-room. We're all living in a 1-room, and other things were very, very, very difficult, to feeding, to eating, to living life and all of that. But then I just think there was something more than having me struggle all this much. So it was struggle from, we could not pay school fees, we got sent home from school a lot of times, and it was really annoying. And then I became I grew up a very bitter child. I was upset with my mom, I was upset with my father. I hated the fact that they brought us to the world just to, I felt like it was suffering or something like that. And then I kept at it. Things were difficult. I had a particular neighbor that used to, whenever her children bought her stuffs, she would give us rice in paints, beans in paints, garri in paints, just so that we can have what to eat in the house. And then growing up, my elder sister got pregnant at 17. It was something that shattered my whole world, because I felt like my mom wasn't there to advise us on what to do and what not to do and all of that. And then it was like, oh, they are all girls. They are all girls. We're just 3 girls from my mom, so there was that word of they are all girls. What is expected? My sister ran away to where my mom used to live, and then my dad always used to be very upset with knowing that, oh, very soon you'll soon get pregnant. So there was that, everybody just kept expecting me to be next and all of that. During the time my sister traveled to stay with my mom was sick, and then it was when she died. My sister gave birth a day before she died, and then it was said that she had HIV that had grown to AIDS. So my mom died of AIDS. We did not know that until the whole autopsy and all of that from the hospital found out that she had AIDS, and it really got to me that, oh, this is how she had left her life. Then I struggled and all of that. I would trek from a very far distance to get to school. I wouldn't eat all day. It was a big struggle. And a lot of times I tried to give up. I tried to take my own life. I remember one time I took a knife and I tried to kill myself, but there was this consistency of, you are closer than you think. You are closer, do not do it. And I did not kill myself. Then, I'm also very grateful for people that I had around me. Someone just come and advise me on what next to do and all of that. So, my dad got married, stepmother, and then we had a boy. So I have a stepbrother too, and it felt like all the attention moved to him, and there was this, you cannot stay where we are. My younger sister left the house we all left my father's house. I moved in with my friend, but then because I knew that I did not like the environment where she was, and then I was living in a shop for 2 years. It was a restaurant in the morning, and then in the evening it was where I laid my head, where I slept at night. For the 2 years I was wondering how life could be this tough and all. I was feeling very down. I had cases when I just wanted to just go into public prostitution to make money and all, but there's just something about not giving up, keeping at what you were doing. Because then I became a dancer. I loved dancing. Dancing was a hobby for me, and then I decided to train. I trained somewhere first, and then I became better where I was doing. I became a teacher, a dance teacher, to a fitness instructor, and that's how life had gone from then on. My younger sister got pregnant too, and it made me really hate boys. Everybody thought I was a lesbian because I became a tomboy, and then everybody thought, oh, this one, she will soon get pregnant. She's just keeping. I'm sure she had done better abortions and all. I hated boys so much that if it comes as far close to me, I was still going to run away or I'll fight with you. So if you said, hi, I like you, I love you, I'll end up slapping you or fighting with you at that point. But then I had a lot of matured minds who always told me that you don't get pregnant by a guy touching you or saying hello to you, but you should know what you want for yourself. Then I decided that I was going to go on a no sex until marriage. And I kept at that until now. And I've had a lot of relationships where they say, oh, no sex, okay, no problem now. Then, first of all, the fear of relationship was mostly about not getting pregnant. It was not even about, I was looking for love. I was looking for love so much that I wanted to understand what love was. And then it felt like my sisters were getting love from somewhere else. I didn't want that kind of a love that was going to shatter my life or put me on a spot where I would hold on for a long time before I became something. So I decided to find myself. I started the search for purpose. Why was I here on earth? Why did God create me? What was the reason for my existence? I started digging deep into myself, a closer walk with God daily. And I desired to know Him. I desired to know His purpose for my life, and I started living it. I'm grateful to God for where I am right now and where He's taking me to, because I've met so many people along this journey of struggle to eat, struggle to clothe, struggle to get to a particular place, but then consistency. Be tenacious at what you're doing. Don't stop. A lot of times I'll have a class at a very far place. I would trek halfway to the place just because I had probably like 15 naira or 100 naira to get me to where I was going to. But I never stopped. I just kept at it. I told myself that one day I was going to be someone and I would be better than my parents. I would inspire the world through dance, through health, through everything. And then I met a friend who told me he was HIV positive, and he reminded me of my mom. And then he said he was born with HIV and all, and then I just wanted to inspire him, to keep him going and all of that. Then I wouldn't say that I'm a prophet or all of that, but I needed to know that something kept telling me that if I was who I am right now, my mom wouldn't have died and all of that. Then I was praying for him and all. And a few days ago, he told me, and you have a testimony, something has changed. And my whole head, I'm like, what changed? He said my results. They said the test is showing a decrease in this and that, and really. So then I realized that, and then one word kept coming. He said you are supposed to be a change agent. You're supposed to be the light in your family. You're supposed to be everything that your sisters couldn't, and your parents couldn't. And that's how I'm here, me, and I'm here now. So what changed, or what gave me the courage to continue? Really, dance. I call it the gift of dance for me, because we've been given callings and giftings by God that we should use to make wealth, to connect, to fulfill purpose. And the gift of dance became mine, and writing and acting. And so I trained as a professional dancer. First of all, Dancedale Training Foundation, owned by Bimbo Bafoma, and then at SPAN, owned by Sarah Bolos. This was the turning point for me, because it gave me an opportunity to come across a lot of people we call celebrities. And then I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of people. I've had the opportunity to be involved the CEO Awards, Access Bank CEO Awards. I've choreographed a lot of artists. I've worked with Yemi Alade, I've worked with Wizkid, I've worked with Flavor, I've worked with... It's endless. For me, it became endless. I don't see myself as high as everyone sees me, because I just see every opportunity as an opportunity. Because I and ensure that when you get an opportunity, you leverage on it. You don't see an open door and you go and look for another door that is closed, really. So I've had the opportunity to be in a couple of videos. I registered my company. I started my own company. I became a business entrepreneur, a dance entrepreneur. I worked with a couple of people that I'm really grateful for. I'm also grateful for advice, really, because one advice world and people who inspire others are the reason that we can keep going. Because a lot of time you get discouraged. Discouragement is one factor that will always come in, and that's what leads to depression and the end suicide and all. Do not struggle alone. Do not struggle alone. When you have people around you, friends, family, ensure that you always say something, because it's one person that can lift you up, really. I'm grateful for people around that have encouraged and pushed me to where I am today as a dancer and a dance fitness expert. So that's my story. Thank you.